Hey guys, welcome to the new Sin City Iron, Las Vegas, Nevada. We're gonna take you on a tour of the brand new, bigger, better, nicer Sin City Iron Gym on the corner of Eastern and Windmill, just about a mile from the Freeway 215 exit in the Smith's Shopping Center, surrounded by a whole bunch of great little shops. So you can come in and burn about 300 calories on a workout and then go right next door to Tres Amigos Mexican Grill and slop down about $1,000 in 5 minutes. Come on in, I'll give you a tour. All right guys, we're 24-hour access, 7 days a week on the Key Fob. Come on in anytime. Welcome in guys, and she's a beauty. First of all, everything black and silver, Las Vegas Raiders. The first thing we did is we put in all new air conditioning all throughout. God forbid you'd sweat while you lift, but more importantly, we don't have those loud swamp coolers going anymore. Come on in, let's take a look. We got the polished concrete floors, rubber throughout, custom painted equipment. I'll take you through piece by piece. We'll take a tour. So over here we got all our selectorized equipment. This is our cable crossover, stacks for push downs and all that assorted stuff. We had this older hoist line, which as it turns out is some of my best feeling equipment. You know, out in Gold's Venice, they've got all this equipment that's 50, 60 years old. Even the stuff with the center chain drive, and some of that stuff I liked a lot better than some of the modern stuff. So we kept on to some of this just because it feels so good. Got it all polished up and fixed up and painted, and it's still a great line. Some of these are my favorite pieces of equipment. Been using these for decades, hoist equipment. Especially this one here, one of my favorite lat pull downs and row machines. This one feels so good, chest supported. We got some modern stuff too, but these pieces I really like the way they feel when I use them. One of my favorites is the seated leg curl, as you know, because you can get full extension up here, get a nice stretch, which is really important. Do both the extension and the curl on this one. We got our good girl, bad girl machines in here. These are important to have. We added some more cardio. We got some step mills and treadmills and stuff. But one of the neatest new additions is this overspeed treadmill. This is the one I brought to New Mexico to train John Jones for his fight camps. And this thing will go 40 degrees, 25 miles per hour. And we run speed training, teach people how to sprint on this thing. And it's a beast of a machine. So we love that one. Over here we got more leg extensions, leg curls. We have a seated curl, lying curl, a standing curl, all the curls that you need. Our standing calf press over here. I'm gonna sue those guys. Those calf presses don't work. We need to start a class action lawsuit. I've been using those damn calf machines for 30 years. They don't work, obviously. Yeah, there you go. That's all you get. Big waste of money. Come on down here. One of my favorite machines right here. Are you using this right now? Show me how it works. Let's see it. This is one of my favorite lateral raise machines. These things feel so good. You do one arm, two arm, one of the best. Obviously we got the pec deck over here. I love this tricep overhead press. This guy right here. And you can do this two-handed or even one-handed if you want to get the weight, real heavy. You can even do this one-handed. I love this machine for isolating the triceps. We've seen a lot of recent literature showing that in that stretch position up here, overhead, we get that long head, which is the largest of the triceps. And so this is a fantastic machine. Let's move on over into our free weight area, right over here. This place is a beauty. Scan around in here. Got all the mirrors up here, brand new bathrooms. This whole place was gutted, completely gutted. Took out what was left of their HVAC system and redid all new. The bathrooms are all brand new tile, everything. We'll give you some B-roll of that stuff. And we put in everything from paint to floors to brand new bathrooms and the mirrors, everything. Added some more dumbbells from the other location, added some straight bar stuff from the other location. Still got our beast of machines here. This is the what we call the athletic training platform, athlete training platform right here. It's your belt squat, but we also use it for hip loading some deadlifts and things like that. Love this machine. This one here, of course, your hack squat. You guys have seen my favorite new hack squat movement. You might see in some of these videos on Instagram where I got this little guy right here, and now I can do the hack squat more in like a leg press position right here. It's one of my favorite new movements right here. Hack squats, generally speaking, tend to bother my knees. This doesn't bother my knees at all. And I can load this up real heavy and just do kind of a modified hack squat leg press sort of movement. They have specific machines just for this, but this little $100 pad here saved me $7 grand on a totally different machine. Over here we've got, we like to refer to this as the humbler. You guys know this machine. Anybody who's ever tried this machine knows it's definitely a tough leg machine. This is the pendulum squat, and you can't put a ton of weight on here. It'll definitely put you in a position to where you're going to be struggling to get a decent amount of load on it. Leg press, this thing's a beast, nice heavy machine. We've got pins that aren't in here, but they're up here for band pins, both top and bottom. You can put band pins in and run bands on these. Over here we've got a pretty heavy duty Elite Smith rack. This one's certainly a beast. It's a nice heavy machine. After having to move all this stuff, and trust me, I probably had my hand on about every piece in here when we moved it, I started to appreciate how heavy all this equipment is, particularly this next monster over here. This is an Elite piece. This is, of course, our cable crossover and multi-stack station. All these stacks are 300-pound stacks, so we can handle all the beasts that come in here. Expanded our dumbbell line over here. We've got up to 150 pounds on the dumbbells and a new elevated floor, so for those people who tend to drop dumbbells. Over here we've got the restrooms and drinking fountain. Over here we've got some of our plate-loaded equipment. We've got a seated chest-supported row and a standing chest-supported row. This one right here, of course, you can adjust the height of that. And the handles go in and out like so for the chest-supported row. This one's a beauty because the handles rotate and we can adjust all of these here so you can get whatever feel and grip that you like along with the height. This is one of my favorite new machines here. This is a Viking press. It's an overhead shoulder press. And I like this because I can't really shoulder a bar very well anymore. It just tends to bother my shoulders and I don't have very good flexibility. So doing a free weight overhead press, I tend to have to lean back quite a bit, which bothers my back. So as you get older, you tend to start to appreciate machines a lot more. And this one here, we've got some great adjustable handles. You can bring this thing all the way forward and to do a press with a neutral grip, or this press here, or even, single arm presses. One of my favorite shoulder exercises right here, the Viking press. Next up, of course, we've got our hammer strength stuff. We've got our lat pull down over here. We've got a incline press and a shoulder press over here. And this is another one of my, as I got older, my favorite machines, because bench pressing kind of irritates the shoulders, so I don't do it as often as I used to, but I can do this quite often. It's a standing chest press. And the best thing about this, in addition to the fact that it has multiple different handle grips, you can go inside or outside on the grip and adjustment on height. The back pad also adjusts and the depth adjusts. And so on this deal here, whenever you're bringing this down, you can get super deep, get that maximum stretch right here all the way down. And then just a little heel lift and we re-rack it. So it's self-spotting in that regard. And it does have a rubber stopper that can be adjusted, so if you don't want to go down as deep. But I love this thing. I don't get any pain. I can get full range of motion with no shoulder pain. And we still got our standing hamstring curl, our seated curl. Again, these don't work. We keep them around for nostalgia, but after all the years I've been using them, they just don't work. Let's head on down, and we've got a powerlifting section now. Come on down into here. take a look around this room here. This is where we put all of our free weight, our powerlifting stuff. We've got our multi-use competition racks right here. A lot of the kids that compete will come in and use this. We have Olympic plates we'll show to you in a bit, but and we've got all competition bars from the heavy-duty 55-pound bars for the monolift training. Great monolift here, which isn't just for competing. And my training partner is the head strength and conditioning coach at UNLV, Jamie Wynn, and she's only about 5'4". And so when we train, it's really easy for this adjust using the jack. Over here, I can crank it up and do my lifts, and I drop it down and she does her lifts, and we're able to train together every week. We've got this awesome box set up here. I think this is a big heavy-duty Rogue box with an elite soft pad for box squats. Whole assortment of bars we'll take you through today. They're all over the gym. We've got every bar you can imagine. Of course, we've got our a couple of pieces here for, what do we call this thing? I haven't used this thing in a while. This is a hamstring or a, what do we call that? Reverse hyper. Reverse hyper. You can tell I didn't grow up in the West Side world. Reverse hyper here. And this here would be our glute ham raise. This one's super nice. This one also does glute ham raise as well. So we've got two of those. Of course, you'll notice we've got the turf running all through here. Sl.sincityiron, everything black and silver. Got a couple sleds in here. A couple of assault bikes as well. Over here, we've got a couple of these. We got two different hip thruster machines, boxes for jumping. Over here, we've got a hyperextension machine, and then all the Olympic plates. Got over 1,000 pounds of Olympic plates in here for competition stuff. Then our squat racks. We've got another one coming, but we've got 5, 6, 7, 8 different places for squatting in here. This one here is Kabuki's transformer bar. This is one I've had for years, one of my favorite bars that we use. This is a spud strap here. I like these, especially when I'm doing exercises where I do like pin presses or the like. These are a lot easier to work with. We've got multiple deadlift floors. If you look down, you see all these different black outlines. Every single one of these is a separate deadlift floor that guys can use. We've got the deadlift jacks. Of course, we've got multiple deadlift bars for specialty bars with some good flex to them and some smaller grips and great knurling. Another rack here. All the bands. We've got our chains are still piled up over there, but all the stuff that powerlifters like to use, of course. Over here, we've got another hip thrust set up. We've got some bumper plates set up all over here for people who like to do the Oli lifts. And another whole rack of different bars. SSB bars, of course. We've got a couple of those. This one here is one of my favorites. This is a camber bar. We use this for good mornings, especially off of the rack, off the spud straps. It's one of my favorites. 55-pound competition bars. This is the Mars bar. I'm a big fan of this one too. I really like this one. This is kind of a self-learner for low bar squats. Got this trap bar here from Kabuki again. This is, I think people recognize this. It's an awesome trap bar. Over here we've got some whole rack of door stops. We use these to hold the back door open. Sometimes if I've got like walnuts or something, we crush walnuts with them. If it's windy, we'll use them to hold paper down, but that's about all they're good for. I don't know why we have a whole rack of them. Of course, we've got our slam balls and stuff in here, another assortment of bars. We got different weight kids bars. We got this one here. I think this is 25 pounds. And we've also got this little one here, which is only about 10 pounds. And we run a kids power hour every Sunday here at 11 a.m. We bring in a bunch of little kids, anywhere from, I don't know, our youngest is probably 6 or 7 years old right now, all the way up to teenagers in high school. And we set up all the normal bench, squat, deadlift, but we've got bars that can accommodate the little guys too. My new favorite tool is this, the power pole, the Chuck Vogelpool power pole for hamstrings, posterior chain work. We were using that with Henry Cejudo down in Arizona for his fight camp. And then we've got benches, competition benches. All of these are your big elite with the spotting platforms and of course and the face guards, band pegs down at the bottom. We've got multiple of those. We've got a a chest supported row. Over here we put in a new shoulder press. This is a brand new machine. Over here we've got the incline press. It's another new one. We didn't have one of these. We just had an adjustable bench prior. There it is, guys. That's the whole tour, the quick and down and dirty of it all. So I hope you, when you make it to Vegas, hit me up, stop by and see us. We've got day passes. Of course, we have memberships, 24/7 access on a key fob. It's great to have you come along for the ride.